Yo les gars, on se lance dans une petite carrière NBA 2025. Let's go.
This is Game 7 of the 2025 NBA Finals, and we are indeed in overtime.
Ce sont les Spurs. Ah non, on va prendre Golden State. Ma tête. Allez, let's go la team. On est en finale NBA.
We got this, all right? We got this on defense,
Allez, les gars, du son, regarde vite fait.
You got it.
Okay.
Let's go, Game 7. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yo, MP,
What's up, coach?
you brought us this far. Now take us home.
Come on, coach. I was born ready.
Bien sûr, coach, on est toujours prêt.
Underway again here. Greg, less than 3 minutes to go.
This is the moment you can only dream of. MP has a chance to get his team over the proverbial mountain.
Eh oui, let's go.
NBA Finals.
Every play right now, the fight these guys have shown, their body languages of winners, of a champion right now. This is the type of mentality they needed to bring here in overtime.
And get the three.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Butler.
Eh oui, la passe D. Let's go.
And continuing to add to his offense over time, Butler excels at breaking down the defense.
Tatum deciding where to go with it. Holiday outside. Now here's Tatum. Holiday outside. 6 to shoot.
Bien joué.
Stand it might be slipping away.
Well, Kevin, if they want to get back in it, they're going
My
to
bad.
have to get
Oh oui, let's go, Marc Abel, let's go.
And with MP going up in Chicago,
Trop fort NP. Attends, son takeover.
so closely, now just moments away from starting his own
On
year.
gagne 124 à 113.
We saw early on that MP can defer too much, but in these playoffs, he's stepped up and has become the guy for this team in the clutch.
At that time, and time is not on their side.
And down
Allez,
by
Curry.
11, they need scores and stops to stay connected.
Celtics trail by 11. Outside Tatum. Tatum.
My bad, c'est moi qui perds le ballon, les gars. On doit le mettre.
And it's going to take more than that to stop Tatum, a wing who can score in so many different ways.
Allez, mon grand shoot.
Curry outside. MP with it. He's picked up by White. Butler outside. Jimmy Butler finds a way through inside.
Jimmy Butler, let's go.
Giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
Now here's MP.
Eh oui, la passe D pour Butler.
Missing his last shot.
And it's just competing.
Les gars, là, c'est juste le début. Après, on va se créer notre pro et tout, vous allez voir. On va se faire une vraie carrière.
Clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
And he gets it to go.
Là, c'est juste le début, l'introduction, comme il y a sur les FIFA.
You can
Allez, hop,
sense
mon
the
grand
relief
shoot.
coming on. They are ready to celebrate.
Yeah,
J'ai loupé ma
that
balle.
last bit of sand
My
through
bad.
the hourglass. Time for confetti.
And the final seconds now, just a formality. What a show, and what a series.
And guys, overtime not nearly as competitive as regulation. They used up all their energy just getting it to overtime.
And they've done it.
On a gagné. Let's go.
Yo, MP. Hey, what's up with you, man? You doing another one of those visualization exercises?
Was.
Ouais, le menu principal, les gars. On va être dans ma carrière. Ok. Donc.
MP.
Ok.
MP. Yo, MP. Hey, what's up with you, man? You spent a lot of time thinking about this, didn't you?
Yeah, only my entire life. Now, did you want something, or were you just coming in here to try to interrupt my meditation, man?
Nah, man, I'm here on official business, all right? I know we boys and all, but I am your manager, okay?
Still can't believe I let you talk me into this one, man.
Hey, that's the power of persuasion, right? And it's one of the best skills we have as a manager.
All right, Mr. Manager. Manager Wade, what's up, man?
All right, so I was coming here to remind you about that goal-setting meeting you got today, but you're all over that, though.
100%.
All right, look, don't be late, okay? Because Coach Tucker hates it when people are late.
It's at the arena, right?
Yeah, it's in Cliff's office.
All right, got you.
Okay, good. Now let's talk about pickup hoops.
Oh, nah, P. You're not about to tell me I can't hoop at the park, man. I could get hurt just walking down the street. I can't worry about that, man.
No, that's not my angle. As a matter of fact, I was going to tell you I found the guys in the city who run the best games, okay? Chris Manning and Shakedown. I dropped a pin for you so you can talk to them whenever.
Okay. Nice, man. Good looking out, bro.
Hey, no doubt.
Hey, anything else or what's up?
Oh, yeah, walk with me.
What's this?
I've been thinking. This moment, start to your NBA career. I mean, we talked about this for as long as we've known each other, man.
Facts.
You put in a ridiculous amount of work to get here.
That's also true, man.
Yeah, so I just, wanted to give you something you could look at to remind yourself of how far you come and so you can appreciate the journey.
Yo, is this that club league ticket from when you was out there talking trash in the parking lot, bro?
Yo, it is. And when you found out I was moving to Plainview, you were big mad.
Oh, man. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, man. This is outstanding. This is hitting me, man.
It's just a small token. So what are you gonna do now? Head to the arena, get there nice and early for your meeting?
Don't want to leave Coach waiting.
He must love you.
That's not the impression I get.
Look, you'll be fine, all right? If he gives you any problems, you let me know, all right? I'll take care of him.
All right, man. Sounds good.
On va suivre la quête. Ok, on fait exprès ça. Il a une chouette baraque le type, hein.
Coach Tucker showed me some photos of the gym you and your manager set up.
Yeah, I wanted to work on my game 24/7.
Something wrong with our training facility?
It doesn't have any candy in the vending machines. No, I just wanted to make sure I didn't have any excuses. You know how it is.
I do. And that work ethic of yours is something we all love about you.
Thank you.
You're going to fit our culture like a glove.
Well, I'm excited to be here. I feel like this is a perfect place to start my career.
Fantastic. Well, then why don't we talk about our goals for the season then? As a former player, I understand how important it is for an organization to clearly communicate its expectations, and I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page to start the season.
Let's do it.
Our goal this year is to secure at least the 6th seed and avoid the play-in tournament. After that, anything can happen.
Huh?
Something wrong?
I get why you say that, and it's not like I don't remember what happened last season, but I just feel like we should be aiming higher.
Okay, our goal is to win the title in the long run. But my job is, as GM, is to honestly evaluate the roster and make sure that I know what needs to be done to improve it.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, the roster as it is, it wouldn't be fair to put that kind of championship expectation on you.
What if I take a leap? I know what I can bring to this team. I know that I could push these guys farther than what you guys are saying, just avoiding the play-in.
Then prove it. Nothing would make me happier than to see you have that kind of impact this year. Speaking of, why don't we set your personal goals for the first half of the season? Coach Tucker can walk us through it.
We've got some strong opinions on what you should focus on, but we'd like to get your input too.
Okay.
This is a collaboration.
That's great, because I have been visualizing exactly how I want my career to be.
Visualizing?
Yeah.
Huh.
You know, like meditation and manifestation, that sort of thing?
Well, why don't you manifest some opinions on this list of potential goals for the first half of the season?
Mm-hmm.
Let me know if anything speaks to you.
You want me to just pick one?
There's a lot to work on at this level. Always.
Juste
And
un?
we'll do a little
Okay.
bit of everything, but we find that giving our players a list of specific goals to work on for the first half of the season is the best way to drive development.
All right, I'm with it.
It also allows us to give you some milestones to track your progress. We'll even highlight on our schedule some key games to use as measuring sticks.
That's that communication that you were talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Pick a goal.
Vainqueur, commencez votre saison de la meilleure façon possible. Commence un match contre une équipe rivale avec un turnover. Améliore la défense extérieure et l'organisation des joueurs de l'équipe avec un général de 80. Améliore la précision intérieure face aux 5 équipes devant vous au classement. Eh les gars, on vise quoi nous? Bien sûr qu'on veut ça, frère.
I want to win the NBA Cup.
Tell me why.
It'll give us a head start on building towards a championship. We'll see what those top teams are throwing at us and what they're taking away. And we'll get the experience and the knowledge of those win-or-go-home games.
Whoa, you're making this sound easy.
Coach, what did you say to me at the beginning of training camp?
If it were easy, everyone would do it.
And the path to the title won't be easy. But if we're going to get taken serious as competitors, the NBA Cup gives us that, Coach.
And that's what we'll work toward.
Okay, fantastic. Wish being a GM was always this easy. One more thing.
Yep.
We got Media Day coming up.
Oh, I love Media Day. It's always been fun for me as a fan, so this will be cool.
Our PR director, Donna Chase, she's going to walk you through everything. She's great. You're going to love her. Brian, anything you want to add?
Just keep working. Yeah, we'll talk more about your spot in the rotation as we get closer to the season opener.
All right. Appreciate your time. Look forward to building something special here.
So do we.
Let's go les gars.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too.
Bien sûr mon petit Alex, j'ai toujours joué mais pas en stream, c'est tout.
Good, MP.
Juste aller voir le coach.
This Portland crowd ain't ready for your flavor? Show what's up.
Time to talk rotation.
Great. I've been looking forward to this.
Every NBA player wants to start someday, and I'm sure you're no different.
I've never come off the bench a day in my life, Coach.
That's pretty much the case for every player in an NBA locker room, until they get to the league.
Right, of course.
There's no nice way to say this, so I'm gonna put it bluntly. You've got an established player in front of you. You want his spot, you're gonna have to take it from him.
I get that, but you're talking about...
A star. I know. Which means you need to be exceptional if you want his minutes. This is a big boy business, MP, and you need to understand the realities of that. Unless you can prove you can give us a better chance of winning games than he can, you're gonna be back in it.
Ouais, de temps en temps, Alex.
So, if I prove that I'm a better player...
Genre, ça sera des live bonus.
Yes. We're here to win games, not massage egos.
I can get with that then. I'm not mad at that.
All right, and just so you can see how serious I am, I've got some specific milestones I want to see you hit. You hit them, we'll put you in the starting lineup. Simple as that.
Faut obtenir des meilleures notes que Stéphane Curry, les gars.
Like Cliff said, communication is...
Ça va être chaud, hein. Alors, on va parler à elle.
MP, I'm Donna.
On va juste switch, les gars, ça va juste parler des trucs pas importants. Là, on va voir notre manager. Ok, ça marche.
Coach, any surprises? What do you say?
Yeah, not really. If I want to be a starter, then I got to outplay the guy ahead of me. Simple as that.
Yeah. Hey, that seems fair.
It's sports. It is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look, not to bring any extra motivation or anything like that, but, you know...
Ok, on va équiper une compétence. Ok. Et la numéro 2, on va mettre celle-ci. Ah non, du coup on peut mettre des tirs. Oh, j'avais pas vu comme ça, ok. Ok, donc là on va retourner aller voir le frérot. Le choix du maillot à domicile.
What's up, everyone? It's Ronnie 2K. I'm live here in the arena. The vibe is crazy.
Hey, yo, watch out, bro.
Hey, MP, what's going on?
Do I know you?
Yeah, I'm Ronnie.
Oh, from the team. Okay, is that why you got the camera?
No. Ronnie 2K. I'm doing content, video games.
Oh, Ronnie 2K. Okay. That reminds me, man. Are you guys bringing back the rebirth feature?
Yeah, man. It's back and better than ever. All you got to do is get a build to 90, and you unlock a bunch of cool stuff.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, on rebirth those.
Okay, like what, though?
Head start on level grinding, silver level badge unlocks.
Ok, on s'en fout, ça c'est juste pour m'expliquer le jeu, sauf que je le connais déjà. Et les gars, on va faire le premier match, hein, je pense. Qu'est-ce que vous en pensez? J'ai notre premier match NBA. Hop, let's go.
Mama, there goes that man. MP, you're my favorite player, man. Oh.
Let's go, les gars. Alors, pour dire, les gars, on a un jeune prodige qui vient de signer à Golden State. Objectif, remplacer Stéphane Curry. En fait, je pensais pas qu'on devait remplacer Stéphane Curry, mais j'ai mis le même style de Stéphane Curry et du coup ça m'a mis que je devais le remplacer. Voilà. Ouais, il est bizarre le timing. Il est chiant, il est dur, ça va être dur mais les gars va falloir s'y faire.
The wait is finally over. Opening night is upon us. new faces in new places. And MP will be making his...
Je compte Portland, les gars.
Welcome everyone to... And a moment here
Allez,
to
les
check
gars.
out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Friday, they'll go up against the Jazz in Utah. Then on Sunday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And for their matchup with New Orleans, that's one to mark on the schedule. It's their 5th game of the year, and we should start to see their lineups get sorted out.
On va se finir jusqu'à l'entrée, les gars. Faut pas que Curry marque trop de points, les gars. Déjà, il perd pour l'instant. On perd 12. Je rentre, on perd 14-13. 14-23, pardon. Je marque des points, les gars.
Helps you find a rhythm very early.
For the Trailblazers, Ayton, he's checked in for Klingon. Williams comes in for Avdia. And it's Simons in for Henderson. And let's go to the sideline for a report on MP.
Hey guys, a lot of excitement in the air as MP makes his NBA debut tonight. I asked him how he felt about his journey here, and he told me it hasn't been easy. I had to grow a lot as a person and as a player, but I'm ready to keep putting in the work and fight my way to the top. It's just the beginning of what could be a fantastic career. Guys?
Gosh, I love that kid. Hey, David, you can tell this organization expects big things from MP. Well, the start of MP's NBA journey begins now. These are the first minutes for the first-round pick.
And I have high hopes for MP over the course of his...
Je crois que je peux pas mettre en 2K. Mr. Clutch.
career. This guy's a student of the game and was a fanatic about...
Y a pas, frérot. Ah, ok. Ah oui, meilleur POV. Merci BG.
And their offense already in a flow, some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Pass to Heel, back to Kuminga. Here's MP. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And MP doesn't back away from physical defense. You love that about the young player.
Let's go.
He welcomes any
Non, ouais, il est bien comme
chance to
ça.
get to the line.
Second free throw, no good. Inside. Outside, Simons. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And so it's Scoot Henderson making highlights for Portland.
On a marqué un lancer franc, les gars, c'est déjà bien.
With 10 points total. And we'll be...
Il a 5 points de Curry, ok. Putain, Timot, c'est MVP, hein. Green aussi. 7 points pour Curry. On a 6 points à rattraper, les gars.
This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Warriors trail by 15, setting the floor for the Warriors. Curry is out there with MP. Then there's Payton. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Green in at the 5. MP strong.
Et 2-3, les gars. Il en reste 4, on a égalité.
The coaches are telling MP, no one can guard you in there. Go eat.
The greatest shooter ever, Steph Curry. You played with him. What was it like seeing him day in and day out?
I had the pleasure of playing with Steph the first year he broke the NBA record for threes in a season. And when I tell you he was just scratching the surface, he was always looking to push the boundaries, to see what he can do, and to work at every aspect of his shooting.
Curry crashes inside.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now Sharp. He's got 8. To the middle. Knocked away. Klingen's shot is off. Warriors trail by 14. Outside, Payton. Green with a screen on Grant. Payton kicks to MP. Lets it go from deep. That's in, coming off an assist.
Let's go.
Payton's got 3 assists in the game.
MP looking solid from there.
Sharp sets the pick for Henderson. And Henderson throws it down hard.
And this sort of awesome dunk is
C'est vraiment pas mon point fort, les gars, la défense sur NBA.
in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Payton in the corner. Outside Curry. Golden State moving it around. Shot clock at 6. Payton with the screen. Here's MP. Tries from 10. The kick outside to Butler. And another
Let's go
for Golden State.
And that's the ball movement you're looking for, and Butler drills it.
Grant surveying the D. Fires the 3. It doesn't go for him. That'll do it for the first half. Portland out in front, up by 10. From Portland, we're back in a moment.
Mi-temps, on a 6 points, c'est pas mal. Pour le premier match de NBA, c'est pas mal.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's
check out the Trailblazers. You really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have big changes.
And time to talk now about that first half. What a dominant display for the Trailblazers.
They've made it fun to watch. Some of the best players in the world doing what they do best, Ernie.
Yeah, when everything clicks, it can be the most beautiful game on earth. 5 guys with 1. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
C'est le reste. Chiquiloni qui nous fait big up à la mi-temps.
We played through the first half.
Normalement, on peut pas mettre en français, les gars. Je crois qu'on peut pas. Ok. Donc, Curry 9 points. On va laisser comme ça, on va voir comme ça combien de points il aura. 12, 14, ça va être chaud. 17. Je sais pas pourquoi j'ai mis lui faire.
A switch here. Simons is checked in. The Warriors also with a sub. MP's checked in for Payton. Portland leading by 8. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Hey guys, well this year marked the loss of Blazers great, Hall of Famer, and truly a one-of-one, Bill Walton. One of the greatest big men this league has ever seen, known for his incredible passing skills. And off the court, he was just as dedicated to assisting others and making the world a better place. Guys, there is no question Bill Walton will be missed.
His legacy carries on. Okay, Shams, we appreciate the reporting. They've got Klingen, Sharp out there with Anthony Simons. Then it's Avdia, and it's Kamare in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Here's Butler.
J'avais juste à me la mettre en retrait, j'étais tout seul libre.
Pass to Sharp. Outside, Simons. From outside, off the mark. Warriors trail by 10. Now Green. Back to MP. Right through contact, MP.
What a finish by MP. He just finds a way to convert through contact.
MP against Simon. Pass to Klingon. Outside, Simons. And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
No, he's the last guy you want to put on the line.
Hey, dis-moi qu'il loupe le deuxième.
Every time he steps up there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Moody's checked in for Green, and Hield subbed in for Brandon Pajemski.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
MP finds Butler. That one doesn't go. Some solid defense from 8. From 11 feet away. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. And that's 15 points for Shaedon Sharpe. Tries to save it.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Not only a terrible shot, but also at the worst possible time. That's just not a good idea.
Here's Butler. Butler making it happen inside.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Simon. Misses in close. Hield outside. It's MP top of the key. With 1 on the clock, and he
Let's go
in the back of the rim on the way in. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their shooting has been. Now let's listen in to head coach Steve.
Allez les gars.
Picking us apart, right? Guy cuts behind you down the lane.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. On the court for Golden State here in the 4th. Moody is out there with Kuminga. Then it's MP. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Post in at the center position.
And that's when they say you can't teach tall. This is where size helps you. Owning those rebounds on the defensive end.
Down low, here's Ayton, and Ayton throws
Eh oui, c'est moi qui perds le ballon, quoi.
With his length, Ayton can easily get to the rim. In fact, he almost makes it look too easy.
Curry passes to MP. Golden State moving it around. Out to the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Curry finds Kuminga. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Portland leading by 10. Simons against MP. Now here's Grant. He's guarded closely. Ayton, the pass to Simons. Over MP. Simons getting it done. What a move! And it's a 12-point Trailblazer lead. Richard, we know how hard the game is to play, but I think we also know how hard the game is to officiate.
I agree, Kevin. I think the one thing about basketball is that it's constant movement. There are plays happening all around the referees. It's not like football where every 45 seconds you run another play. In 45 seconds, you could have had a different 5 or 6 possessions. That puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the referees.
Diaz checked in for Jeremy Grant. And the Warriors also making a change. Pajemski. So Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A confident win and one where they clearly...
Après, il faut savoir que j'ai un pro, il est vraiment bas les gars au niveau stade, donc c'est compliqué aussi. Hein. J'ai 62 général. Hein. On va pas faire un match de ouf. Hein.
First game in the pros. I'm sure your phone is blowing up.
You know, I haven't had a chance to look at my phone yet.
Well, when you do, there'll be texts from every person you've ever met and a few people you haven't. Most notably, there will be press.
Makes sense.
Look, emotions run high.
Ok, après s'il nous parle comme ça.
Just caught MP's first game. What a debut. Just like his first album going gold, next album gonna go platinum. Just watch. All right. You got your feet wet. Now the real work starts.
Whatever it takes, coach. You know I'm game.
Look, everyone thinks what happens out there is what creates an NBA legend, but they're wrong. 90% of the work happens here, behind the scenes. At practice, in the gym, at film sessions, and in the locker room.
I agree. The games are where you prove that you've been putting in the work. No shortcuts.
Yeah, correct. Over here is the entrance to our practice facility, and over there is the gym.
Everything all in one place. That's great.
Yep. We made everything as convenient as possible, so there is no excuse to not put the work in. Now, come here. Right here, we've got everything related to your schedule, including those key games we talked about based on your personal goals.
Okay, coach.
That was great. That was really helpful.
Which reminds me, we've talked a lot about maximizing your playing career, which is critical. But you need to remember, you become the best version of you so we can become the best version of us.
Coach, you have to put that on a t-shirt.
I am serious, MP.
I'm serious too. You become
This is a team game. Everything you do both on and off the court affects our ability to win games. Okay, team chemistry is vitally important to our success, and if you do things that negatively affect
FIFA devrait vraiment s'inspirer de carrières comme ça, les gars.
A press conference answer that rubs someone the wrong way might mean they look you off when you're open, and now we're taking a contested shot instead of an open one. It's all connected, and it all matters.
Oui, coach, pas de problème, on a compris. Déjà, j'aille faire jouer le prochain match. Vite fait. On va vite fait aller. Ok. Je vais vite fait aller là. Pour aller voir le truc. Et après, on va continuer les matchs. S'enchaîner tranquillement, les frérots. Donc, on a combien de général là? On a 60 toujours 60. Ok. On va rejoindre une affiliation, je sais pas absolument pas ce que c'est, les gars. On va aller voir, comme ça on aura juste à faire les quêtes de salle.
MP, what's up, man? Everyone's been talking about you.
Absolutely. We've been hoping you'd stop by and get a few games in.
So you're Shakedown and Chris, right? Yeah, my manager was telling me you guys have the best runs in the city, huh?
That's right, as long as you join the league.
Don't listen to him. Everyone knows that Rise is where the real hoopers play.
All right, so fill me in. What are you guys talking about?
Affiliations. They're like private clubs for the city's best street ballers.
And they've got their own courts with their own sense of style.
Over at Rise, we got a futuristic mech suit meets warehouse kind of vibe. It's dope.
It's okay. I mean, elite.
Ok. Déjà, on récupère des petits points pour mettre dans ma progression, les gars. Lancer franc, c'est pas vraiment ce qui est important. Déjà, on peut se mettre un précision de passe, un en contre, comme ça déjà le contre c'est fait. Je vais mettre un dans ça, un rebond défensif, un en force et un contrôle de poste. Peut-être 2, 3, 4, 5, ok. Ok, pour l'instant on va se faire ça. On va essayer d'améliorer le contrôle au poste au maximum. Ok, contrôle du ballon. Ok, voilà, let's go. Et là, on va faire nos matchs tranquilles, les gars. On a une meilleure note que Stephen Curry, du coup. 1 sur 7. L'objectif principal, c'est de jouer avec lui. Hein. Nous, on n'est qu'un simple rookie qui essaye d'avoir sa chance, du coup, en NBA. Touquet. Let's go, on va jouer le prochain match. Merci BG. C'est toi, t'as la bonne mine. Allez, let's go, les gars. Deuxième match de NBA de la carrière de. J'ai mis quoi comme prénom? Je sais même plus, frère. Jason Cormier, je crois que j'ai appelé. Cormier, parce que c'est mon nom de famille sur Gmod, et Jason, je sais pas pourquoi, frérot. Ça fait un peu américain. Un peu tard, ouais, pas cool. Un peu tard aussi. Un peu tôt, ouais. Okay.
And there is a very engaging atmosphere of fans getting ramped up outside the arena. Hey everybody,
bon, objectif. Essayer, là on a mis 10 points premier match. Objectif, essayer d'en mettre... allez, si on peut en mettre 15, ce serait cool. On va monter les gars. Ok, on gagne à domicile.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Well, if you followed MP on his path to the NBA, you know the one criticism of his game is that he can defer too often, Greg.
And at times I think that's been a fair criticism. But you'd rather have MP trying to involve his teammates too much than not at all. People had the same complaint about LeBron earlier in his career.
On va l'envoyer directement à l'opposé. On va faire un appel dans l'axe.
We've got Green, Butler out there with Gary Payton II. Then there's Brandon Pajemski, and it's Mr. Clutch in at the point. Here's Pajemski. Clarkson grabs a miss.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams.
Bonjour, comment tu vas jouer un jeu avec moi, ça va super. Et ouais, je joue à NBA Touquet 2025. Ils l'ont offert en fait. Et vu que j'adore les carrières qu'ils font, je me dis pourquoi pas tenter. J'avais déjà fait quelques petites carrières à l'époque. Vas-y, Dave la shoot. Dave la shoot. Un peu tard. Oh, elle rentre quand même, hein. Elle rentre quand même.
At 7 feet tall, had former Mavericks coach Rick Carlisle comparing him to Dirk. Laurie said it feels good to hear that because he's obviously a Hall of Famer, but there's still a long way to go, and it gives
him J'ai essayé d'aider mon pote. Allez, tiens mon frérot. Et oui, bien joué ça. Let's go. Bon, j'ai un petit 3 points les gars. Et la faute. Faute de Podgiemski. Premier match en professionnel les gars, on a mis 10 points. J'ai un rookie, il a 60 points les gars, donc ça reste très compliqué. Et nous, on joue au même poste que Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry, du coup.
.146 left in the first half.
Un peu tard, mais elle est belle. Oh, dommage. Oh, je pensais qu'elle était dedans. J'avais fait un peu comme le même lancer que tout à l'heure. Par contre, défensif.
Marketing and Collins, the 3 and 4. And it's Kessler
là,
in at the 5. That's the group for Utah right now. You know, from day one in the NBA, Keontae George had the ability to create his own shot like few other stores.
There are certain guys that are electric with their
Oula, je défends Kessler. C'est un peu compliqué de défendre un mec qui fait 2 mètres sur moi là.
Knows how to score, and as he develops as a playmaker, look out.
They double him with Butler. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They get it back. Another shot. Kessler passes to Sexton. Well, it was only a matter of time before they finally get the bucket.
And Colin Sexton is a scorer. It doesn't matter if he's on the interior. This guy is determined to
capitalize.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Marketing outside. Back to Sexton. Kessler, a screen on Kuminga. Marketing for 3. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Kessler.
Allez, donne-moi une bonne petite balle là, qui me laisse une dernière petite chance pour marquer un petit point. Allez, mon grand Butler, t'es tout seul.
Butler passes to Mr. Clutch. Here's Green.
Oh, la passe était magnifique, les gars.
The official saw contact while he was going up. That one on Kessler.
Let's go. Allez, marque tes 2 points, Green. Let's go. Allez, encore mon grand. Bien joué, mon gâté.
Well, to me, the infectiousness with which Draymond Green plays, it impacts everyone around him. I love that.
And the basket is good. George has got 7 points in the game.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
To the inside.
Allez, touche direct.
Pass to Butler. Shoots over Collins.
Oh, bien joué. Il aurait dû shooter le grand.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching
Allez, let's go les gars, on leur met plus de 10 points d'avance. On met 13 points d'avance.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. They put in work down low, getting in close and scoring in bunches. Time for a quick break.
Passes dangereuses pour l'équipe.
Poor execution for them offensively. Settling for bad shots far too often. Recipe for disaster.
Man. All right, let's switch it over. Thanks for tuning in.
Oui, je suis à 21 points. Tu m'étonnes.
Just about ready.
Points, on va jouer avec Steph.
He's checked in for Kessler.
Lidon.
Clarkson comes in for Collins.
Jason.
And it's Collier in for George. The Warriors lead by 14. And now we'll send it over to Allie LaForce for an update on Gary Payton.
Guys, I was able to catch up with the Warriors head athletic trainer. It looks to be a strained hamstring. They're icing it as we speak, trying to keep him flaring it more than already has. Right now, they've got to focus on assessing just how bad this is and how they move forward. VA adjustment time has arrived early this season.
All we can hope for is that the prognosis isn't as bad as it seems.
Vraiment offensif, la défense, les gars, c'est une dinguerie.
Not very encouraging.
No, I mean this is a big
Allez, mon grand, t'es solo. Tu peux le mettre, hein? Allez. Oui.
On the floor for the Warriors. We've got Jimmy Butler. He's out there with Brandon Pajemski. Draymond Green is out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Mr. Clutch in at the point. Marketed for 3.
Allez.
Yes.
Ah, il m'a mis un vrai point. Là, il faut que c'est lui. C'est un peu de la merde, là. Allez, mon grand. Oh, la passe.
Of course, I'm going to give you 3 names here. John Stockton, Karl Malone, Pete Maravich. Which one is the greatest player to ever wear a Jazz uniform, you think?
I'm not going greatest player, BA. I'm going greatest tandem in the history of the Utah Jazz. John Stockton and Karl Malone in pick-and-roll play were poetry in motion.
And it's Butler off the drive. That's his 6th make in 11 tries.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
40 seconds left in the third quarter. To the middle. The shot by Filipowski, no good. The Warriors lead by 15. Butler on the wing. It's guarded by Markkanen. And here's Curry for 3. Clarkson grabs a miss.
Registering 3 threes in the first half. He hasn't hit one since.
And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. Warriors ahead, up. Steve Kerr with some words for his players.
Il reste une mi-temps les gars pour essayer de marquer quelques points, mais on fera pas meilleur que Stephen Curry dans ce match.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works.
Ouais, mon grand,
Amuse-toi.
Tant que je fasse les passes.
Clarkson is out there with Collier. Then it's Filipowski. Then it's Sviatoslav Mikhailuk. And it's Sensabaugh in at the force line. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Outside Kuminga. Pass to Moody. On the wing, Curry. The 3 is up. He's got another one. That's 10 for 15 now.
Looking to find the rhythm he had in the first half. That's now his 4th three-pointer of the game.
Here's Collier. There's the drive.
C'est mon problème, c'est que j'ai pas assez de défense, j'ai pas assez de vitesse, je me fais trop dépasser les gars.
Seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, BA. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit.
The 3 from Curry. And the Warriors with another 3.
Making his mark from long range today. That's his 2nd triple of the half, his 5th overall.
Well, the Jazz are one of just 10 NBA franchises to never win a championship.
Yeah, you know, it's so hard to believe considering they have the 4th best winning percentage in NBA history. Think about it. If it weren't for one Michael Jordan, they'd probably have 2 rings.
Juzang, he's checked in for Mikhailuk. And Golden State also making a switch. Pajemski's checked in. And Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, BA, from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
The Warriors lead by 17. Curry passes to Mr. Clutch. Oh, got a piece of it. On the wing, Curry. An easy 2 on the layup. Curry's got 31.
Well, don't underestimate Curry because of his size. This guy does a great job absorbing contact.
Bon, on va rejouer 20 minutes. Il y a combien d'avance? Oh oui. Pratiquement 20 d'avance.
Fourth quarter of play and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Pass to Kuminga. Here's Mr. Clutch from behind the arc. Rebounded by Springer.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Warriors.
And it was dueling 3-pointers all night. A battle they won.
Both teams had the same plan. Win the game on the perimeter. So fun to watch.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
Always good to start a season series off with a W. They showed tonight they take this team seriously, and the next 2 matchups between these two should be fun.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Stephen Curry.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
6 to shoot. Pass to Mr. Clutch. Back to Heel. Takes a 3. Offensive rebound. Here's post. And a missed layup. On offense, here's Utah. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Shot's good by Collier.
Non, mais passe devant.
Golden State foul. That's his first personal foul. Third team foul. Substitution on the court.
George feels it out a bit. And so it's the Warriors taking care of business in this one. To walk.
MP, you are the straw that stirs the drink. Way to bring home that W.
On est 7e.
Get ready to rumble, young blood.
MP about to tear the roof off.
On a fait.
You got that look in your eye tonight. You better watch out.
Les gars, faut absolument que je fasse 2-3 matchs, que je gagne, que je me fasse des points, que je puisse améliorer mon joueur aussi.
Nations will be seeing you on Warriors Mascot Frisbee Day. Every fan building is getting their own Warriors Frisbee. Sure to be fun for the whole family. Hope to see you there.
Le dur c'était plutôt.
The fans have been waiting for it. They want to see
the takeover le plus rapidement possible, les gars.
Live coverage of the NBA here on 2K Sports. A happy Sunday evening to you and yours.
On
with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And
Je compte Harden.
Shams, how are we going to remember the run that this remarkable franchise has had?
You could make a case that the 2017 team might be the best to ever play, and the Warriors have become an elite franchise in NBA history. It might be a while since we see a dynasty quite like this, especially with the big three of Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson.
Hall of Famers, great coaching, solid ownership, they had it all. And if you talk to guys who know MP, who grew up with him, they'll all say that he lets his game do the talking.
And he's got a very business-like approach to himself when he's on the floor. MP can dish it back if you come at him, but for the most part, he's letting his numbers speak for themselves.
So with Harden on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. We'll see Powell and Leonard playing the forward spots. Dunn is out there with Simmons, and it's Jones in at the 5, roaming the paint. While their pass is to Mr. Clutch. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
This guy Jimmy Butler not showing that he's a ball stopper. Awareness finds the open man.
Outside, Simmons. Pass to Leonard. That one's not going to go. Some solid defense from Butler. Here's Mr. Clutch. Good.
Let's go.
Great play by Green to set it up. Mr. Clutch has got 5 now. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Outside Leonard. converts the layup.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Three-pointer, Butler. It's a tie game in the Bay Area. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Yeah, they were going right at the opponent here and forcing their hand. I mean, like literally making them foul them.
So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. We've got Stephen Curry. Hield is out there with Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Mr. Clutch. And it's Post in at the center. Hey, Shams, for the past decade that you've been a major player in the NBA, it's been LeBron's league, it's been Curry's league. Who else is going to take over this league, you think, coming up around the corner?
Given the NBA Finals we just had, have to throw in Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Luka Doncic into the fold as far as faces of the NBA. Nikola Jokic is so good. He will be one of the guys for a while. Giannis Antetokounmpo, you have to mention him as well. But ultimately, you have to also keep an eye on Victor Wembanyama. The way that Victor Wembanyama could take over the league.
Oh là là, mais faut les mettre.
So early was so special. Victor Wembanyama is someone to keep an eye on.
Mais oui, il faut les mettre. Je prends une rupture défensive dans ma gueule après. Hein. C'est parce qu'il est sur nos cases. Du coup, je sors. Ah bon, je sors quand même.
Devin Booker, you have to consider those two as well. And it's special, the crop of young players that we have coming up in this league. One of them is sure to emerge as this generation's, whether you want to call it Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, there will be a face out of this crop.
And we cannot wait. All right, Shams, I know you can't reveal all your secrets, but how do you develop relationships with your sources? The players, the agents, the GMs, the scouts, all over the NBA.
It comes year after year. This is something I've been doing for the better course of the last 15 years. So for me, it's about relationships, it's about daily communication, and making sure that I keep the trust, I keep the faith, and I keep a level of respect with everyone that I come across. Relationships are the name of the game, especially in the NBA.
Well, that's what I've heard about you. They trust you. So if they're going to confide, they know they can trust you. I would think that would be maybe the core of how you operate.
Trust and faith, and that develops
bien tes duels, mon grand, bien tes duels. T'es tout seul, bien sûr que je vais la mettre à toi.
Gotta have good court awareness, and it was on display right there from Bogdanovic.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Assure, mon grand, assure.
Inaugurating their new arena this season, and they're set to host the All-Star game next season. It will mark the 7th time that the LA area has hosted the All-Star facilities. Kevin, there will be no shortage of stars in attendance.
That's always the way it is. LA, you're so right, David. It ought to be quite a spectacle. Pass to Dunn. Now, here's Zubac. 17 points in his last outing. Simmons feeling it out a bit. 6 on the shot clock. And the shot goes down. Zubac has got the lead up to 6 now for Los Angeles. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Curry passes to Mr. Clutch. Now here's Hield. Fires the 3. That one's in. His first shot this game.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
So for the Clippers.
Il me fait sortir un peu pour que je remonte un peu d'énergie. Let's go. Allez.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Clippers on top, leading
juste en 3 points les gars et on remonte.
Live from Chase Center. You're watching 2K Sports.
And we thank you for joining us at...
I like their aggressiveness getting into the line. Cave in the defender's chest, make him blow the whistle.
If you caved in the guy's chest, shouldn't it be called a foul?
No, stop flopping.
It's okay, system.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the...
Allez les gars, on a juste à marquer 5 points et on passe MVP hein, du match pour l'instant. Ils sont pas fait, on n'a pas fait un match de fou, même les autres d'une équipe. On va voir il a combien. Oh je défends sur Arden frérot, ça va être chaud. Ah bah oui. Attends mais ça va c'est combien? C'est 2025 le Dins. Il est gratuit sur PlayStation. C'est le jeu du mois. Vas-y on voit. Allez shoot. Ouais je vais pas.
Harden out there with Ben Simmons, and it's done in at the small forward.
Oui. Let's go. Let's go. Je défends contre Arden les gars, c'est hyper dur hein. Faut se dire j'ai un pro, il a 62 général les gars. C'est hyper compliqué.
2 points, that one goes. Simmons got 6.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding.
Pas ils m'ont compté tout seul Butler.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. To the paint.
Oh oui. Oh, ça fait faute, le mec. On a 7 points les gars. Un petit poste. Je marque des 2 points. Ouais, je prends 10 points de récart depuis que je suis rentré. Faut pas le perdre les gars. Je sais pas pourquoi ils font défendre contre des grands les gars.
Outside Simmons. Jones for 3. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Los Angeles with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their defense has been
C'est trop dur de défendre contre Arden les gars. Attention avec le pro que j'ai. Mon pro il est tout, enfin il est petit, il peut faire 1m85, 86.
Mr. Clutch out there with Stephen Curry. Then there's Buddy Hield. Then there's Jonathan Kuminga. And it's post in at the 5 spot. That's the Warriors 5. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And a moment now to check out who the Warriors have coming up on their schedule. On Tuesday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And for that matchup against the Rockets, that's going to be their 6th contest on the year. Fans will be curious to see how this team continues to form as the season goes on.
They kick out to Hield. And too much time in the lane, they get called for the 3-second violation.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
On va essayer de foutre de Dance là-bas là. Et on va récupérer le ballon.
The rebound by Post. Warriors trail by 10.
Allez, donne-la au 0-0-0.
Hield the pass to Mr. Clutch. Puts it up.
Un pétard. Ah!
No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Here's Simmons, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
They're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
And the first one.
Au moment où j'active mon takeover, je suis sorti les gars. Tout ça pour rentrer 5 minutes après. Allez, juste un point les gars en vrai. Un petit 2 points là.
Mr. Clutch, done covering. Pulls up, high post, and it's right. Hits off the rim.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Yeah, see the coach? He's got that frown on his face. I think we know why. Not a high percentage look.
Allez, prends le ballon, avance. Tu peux y aller, mon grand. Allez, là tu l'as mis.
Curry against Bogdanovich.
Ok, bon, tu marques, tant mieux. On prend 10 points dans la gueule, les gars. On a domicile. Hein. Ouais, mais frère. Et en plus, il loupe rien en face, les Clippers. Allez, la passe est parfaite. Allez, Podzinski.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. For the three, it's hauled in by the Clippers.
Les deux shoots, j'arrive pas, frère.
And here's Leonard.
On reste dans le coin là-bas.
Pajemski grabs the board. Pajemski's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Allez, mon grand.
Pajemski on the wing.
Allez, shoot. Ouais, Steph.
5 on the clock.
Vas-y. On peut pas changer le truc là. T'as mis des tirs en plus. Oh non, c'est en suspicion.
Los Angeles leading by 14. Pass to Powell.
Ça va, les gars, j'ai des stats de merde aussi. Pour ça, j'ai envie de chier.
Here's Powell from deep. The rebound by Post. There's 1:40 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Curry passes to Mr. Clutch. And again, it's the Warriors missing. LA's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Left side Jones.
Je n'ai ras le cul, mon joueur, les gars. Allez, je perds trop de ballons, du coup ça me baise. Il finit pas ce point. On va sortir, je suis pas dedans, coach. Voilà, on va sortir dans ce match. Le joueur il est con. Tu passes trop vite pour tirer. Tu vas trop vite. Eh non, mais c'est que mon joueur il a rien, frère. Allez, la passe est parfaite, quoi.
Pass to Santos. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Here's Mr. Clutch. From the top of the key, he buries it.
C'est que des fois ça rentre pas, c'est vraiment.
Simmons has got the ball here for Los Angeles. So far in the fourth quarter,
là, je fais presque le même timing, hein. Il n'y a pas énorme hein, de différence.
There's 47 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's the Warriors with the ball.
Allez, shoot.
They trail by 14 to the inside. Mr. Clutch.
Oh, j'ai loupé ça, frère.
Simmons with the defensive effort.
My bad. Tu tireras pas, frère. Bah les couilles. Vas-y, donne. Allez, tiens, prends le ballon, toi, espèce de con là-bas. Minga.
When you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Si j'aurais marqué, ça aurait été l'action du match.
So it's Los Angeles win this one easily. A resounding victory for them.
Après, j'ai
sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Ouais, faudrait. Mais c'est que c'est dur de passer. Regarde, 62 général. J'ai pas beaucoup. Ah, attendez, ça déjà on va le mettre à fond. Ça on n'en parle plus. Let's go. est à 60. Ok, on va augmenter les tirs. Et le prochain truc qu'on va augmenter, c'est la vitesse, l'agilité et la détente. Oui, ça on s'en fout, c'est les quêtes après. Jouer tous les matchs cruciaux, l'objectif personnel. Y a pas de... Oh, 500 VC. Dominer l'invité de n'importe quel terrain dans un match. Ça, on va aller faire ça. Hein.
Hey, it's just one loss.
Là, on est 11ème, les gars. Non, Golden State. Ici, on est les Warriors. Faut qu'on soit objectif 6ème. Putain, ça fait le seum.
They're a good team, but we got you. So we're gonna win. The other team's already worried about stopping you, MP.
Vite fait, on fait ce match et on va aller dans la ville faire des petits matchs avec des gens normaux pour monter des WC. C'est monter à 70, ce serait cool de monter déjà à 70 de général parce que là même 65 serait déjà bien, on est à 60. C'est beaucoup trop tôt. Et à rentrer. Ouais, on veut pas de chanteuse, nous.
Welcome to Tuesday
les
night
gars, faut gagner.
basketball on 2K Sports. Very early in the season, but a lot of excitement still in the air, Grant.
No question, BA. I mean, the fan base will usually care.
Ok. Faut gagner, on s'en fout du truc personnel, les gars. On est là juste pour gagner, c'est de remonter en classement. Ok, Stephen Curry, il a marqué pas mal de points. On a 18-18.
Jones comes in for CJ McCollum, and Alvarado's subbed in for DeJounte Murray. So the Pelicans 5 right now. Pass to
Mon gars, je t'ai mis parfaitement.
To the wing, right side.
Shoot.
Butler against Williamson. Releases. Mr. Clutch can't hit. New Orleans has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. 1:10 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Williamson.
Il me fait le défendre contre un mec qui fait 3 mètres là. C'est là que je me fais casser le cul.
Jones has got 3 assists in the game. Kuminga finds Butler. Inside, out to Hield. Pass to Mr. Clutch. Outside Hield. Here's Mr. Clutch. Alvarado defending. Cuts off the pass. And it's the Pelicans on the break.
Il va pas, mes passes qui sont pas précises.
Hield against Williamson. Missed inside. The Warriors trailing.
Mais non, mes frères, il est con comme...
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
And Jones understands his role on this team, which is to help space the floor and defend with ferocity.
Stephen Curry, he's checked in for the Warriors. Both good from the line that time. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Mr. Clutch. Here's Kuminga. Outside Hield. Right side Curry. On the money from 12 feet away. Curry's got 9.
Yeah, and mid-range Jays are no problem for Curry. Defenders can forget about his confidence from there, too.
Now here's McCollum. There's the 3. Not going to go that time. Zion Williamson has been on display for New Orleans. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be back in a moment. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And taking a quick gander here at the hustle stats for New Orleans.
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
And we also got to mention the work they've done on the offensive glass, pounding the opposition and coming away with tons of second chance points.
Okay, on the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. Filling out the wings, it's McCollum and Jones. Then there's Jose Alvarado, then it's Kelly Olynyk, and it's Messi in at the 5 spot. And Grant, once again, Stephen Curry hit 300 threes last season. Man, he's in a class of his own.
Well, there have been 7 300-plus three-point seasons ever. Stephen has 5 of them. He has the only 400 three-point year ever. So, yeah, B.A., Stephen has created his own class.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Pelicans are still developing their on-court chemistry. Coach Willie Green said this group is still pretty young in terms of being on the floor together. We're starting to figure it out. We just have to stay committed and continue to be elite on both ends of the floor, and it starts with our defense. B.A.?
They've really got something, Allie. Thanks. Here's Alvarado. Off target from 3-point range.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Pass to post. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Hield. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Here's McCollum. Warriors with the rebound.
And they've been able to maintain this lead despite his inconsistency.
Oh, il a pas. Oh, let's go.
Kuminga throws it down.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
On repasse devant, les gars. Je rentre, on repère, les gars.
The Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Pajimski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. And they also got Trace Jackson Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
Williamson against Butler. To the paint. Right side Murray. Back to Jones. Williamson looking around. They get it again. Here's Misi. Green with the defensive effort. Warriors trail by 5. Butler finds Green. Here's Mr. Clutch. Green, the pass to Mr. Clutch. And that comes off the assist by Green.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. Yeah, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Now here's Murray. He's guarded closely. Shoots from the elbow. Rebound by Mr. Clutch.
Well, it's a make or miss league. Sometimes the Jays just don't fall. It wasn't a bad shot.
Green, the pass to Moody. Here's Mr. Clutch, covered by Williamson. Golden State needs to get off a shot.
Oh, tu presses trop vite.
New Orleans leading by 3. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. They get the rebound. Pass to Jones. Now here's Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Just a straight flush by Murray.
Tiens, mon grand. Va tout seul.
Kuminga, the pass to Green. Here's Mr. Clutch. No good with the elbow jumper. And the first half of play here in what's been a good one. The Pelicans on top. They lead by 5. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insight.
Well, I think for the Warriors, this is when it starts to get real.
Faut pas qu'on perde.
Guys to opening night energy. You're not as well rested as you were in the offseason.
Yeah, it's time to show us what you really can do.
Les Celtics sont la merde, Wizards aussi.
And now let's discuss this game. Talk about a strong start for the Pelicans.
Once they gain position underneath the back.
Appreciate you joining us.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight.
Allez, marquer plus de points possible. Mais frérot, mais c'est une dinguerie de pas savoir gagner.
New Orleans is gone, only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Kuminga is out there with Butler. Then it's Buddy Hield, and it's Mr. Clutch in at the point. That's the Warriors.
Ah oui. Je suis bon joueur, espèce de con.
Warriors trail
Tiens,
by
avance,
6.
vas-y tout seul.
Well, a rangy defender and a knockdown spot-up shooter, coach. A lot to like about Trey Murphy.
There sure is, Brian. He had the knee issue last season, which was a bump in the road. But for a mid-first-round pick back in 2021, his development overall has been beyond encouraging.
What
High flyer and a great shooter. What a combo. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And they've committed to controlling the boards, and it's paying dividends. The Warriors have gotten 8 of 14
Allez, bah tu tout seul, mon grand, tu continues, voilà. Merci le fil de gauche. Je peux pas épingler le fil par contre sur PS5.
46 seconds left to play in the third.
Donc il y a 4 points les gars, allez.
Williamson with it. He's
Pas
got
perdre ce
12.
match hein. Ah frère, il loupe rien.
9 points in the game.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Here's Mr. Clutch. McCollum defends.
Il faut en mettre au moins un.
That free throw no good. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
Il est trop bizarre le pour tirer tous les ans il change. Ah oui, tous les ans il change, c'est trop chiant. Allez mon grand. Faut te faire enculer si te pue.
The deep three from Murray. And that's not going to go. And so it's New Orleans. They have a nice 9-point cushion. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Allez, Steph, on va le ballon.
Absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store.
Non,
so for New Orleans right now, DeJounte Murray is out there with Trey Murphy. Then it's Kelly Olynyk, then it's Herb Jones, and it's Messi in at the 5, roaming the paint. Down low. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist.
Des fois contre un mec qui fait 2 mètres et mon joueur il fait 1m80. Même pas. Ouais, 85 maximum.
Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Thanks. Many consider this summer
Regarde.
to be the most challenging.
On va se faire foutre. Vas-y, c'est bon, ça me saoule.
In the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris. It's not getting any easier.
Regardez la différence de taille, j'arrive à son épaule.
The US men's team shine bright in the City of Lights. Guys, a classic ending.
Ça arrive dessus, non, je peux pas défendre.
What a performance.
Alors, on prend 63-50.
With the report. Thanks, Shams.
Yeah, that's a great setup there.
Il y a un problème quelque part. Ouais, on prend 81-64. Allez hop. On va juste prendre la thune.
46 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter, and the Warriors miss again.
We've seen him make that shot, but not all that often.
Well, that's the shot where if you make it, everything's fine. But if not, you're going to hear about it.
Now here's Alvarado. He's covered closely.
Number 8.
And last year, Coach, the Pelicans winning 49 games, their second most ever.
Yeah, Brian, but despite that, they got swept by OKC in the first round. And that just tells you how difficult the West is. New Orleans was the 8th seed. In the East, they get the 3 seed.
Grant, when you look at this Pelicans team, their length is so impressive.
Yeah, they've made a point to draft players with big wingspans, and that really helps them on the defensive end. They're all very switchable.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock.
Bah les couilles, on fait des fautes. Sors-moi le coach.
Team is in the penalty.
The first one falls.
Jose Alvarado.
On peut pas changer le timing de con là.
Taking 2 shots.
So he gets them both. So it's the Warriors now. To the middle.
Oh.
And Looney with the slam. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth.
Je vais défendre sur un mec un peu plus fort mais qui a un peu plus de ma taille.
And so it's the Pelicans taking care of business in this one.
je peux modifier ça. Option, paramètres. Non, la difficulté, ça va. Je regarde un truc. C'est combien juste là? Ouais, je vous imagine le prix. 150 balles, 700 000 PC. Ils sont malades. Attribut. Augmenter la vitesse une fois. Ah oui, ouais, c'est pour autre chose ça. Okay.
There he is, the king of New York.
Nah, it's not like that.
Yeah, you're more of a team first type of guy, right?
I mean, I can take over a game.
There's no doubt about that one, man.
Yeah, but as a point guard, you know, your priority is to make sure everyone on the team is thriving.
Right. You put people in positions to succeed and then hold them accountable on top of that.
Yeah, but first you got to hold yourself accountable first. If I do something wrong, my hand's up.
So if you don't hold yourself to that type of standard, then why would they listen to you?
Exactly.
Got it.
on feet. Let's go. Every game is a new day, MP.
And it's still early in the year, but already some trends developing as we check out the new power rankings. Take a look at the Bulls. They've achieved some upward momentum, climbing to the... It's pretty revealing.
Yeah, the first few games of the season quickly tell you what you're good at, and they tell you also what you need to work on.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Kuminga comes in for Green, and it's Mr. Clutch in for Stephen Curry. Kelly Olynyk checked in for New Orleans.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. DeJounte Murray is not one for the fast lane. He said, I come from all that stuff, but I've been done that. I'm a homebody. I'm focusing on basketball. There's a lot going on in this world, so it's about being smart. Kevin, growing up in South Seattle, he's seen it all. Back to you.
Yeah, you know, David, he counts himself fortunate to have escaped all of that. Thank you. The Warriors trail. 1:03 left to play in the first. Kuminga with a wide-open look. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And so McCollum will bring it out for the Pelicans. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Even with all that noise, when they had the ball, it never rattled them. Their offense was in tune like it was a home game.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Rejected by Murray.
A stellar defender for a point guard. Murray is very capable of coming up with blocks.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. It's rebounded by Kuminga. Kuminga's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Majemski on the wing. Pass to Mr. Clutch. Beyond the arc. Pelicans pull it in. They beat the Warriors during their last encounter in the Bay Area.
Well, they coasted to the win in that one. Were dominant in the rebound department, and that was a huge factor.
And if they can keep that same physicality, you have to think they'll be in a good position to grab another win here.
And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. The Warriors on top. They lead by 2. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from San Francisco. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
We've got Mr. Clutch. Kuminga out there with Buddy Hield. Then it's Curry. And it's Post in at the 5 spot. That's the Warriors 5. Curry gets an open look. And Curry's got the lead up to 4 now for the Warriors.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks for range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Should we know that not many teams have had steady core players like the Warriors have had over the past decade?
Well, there's so much player movement these days, and it's hard to keep any roster intact, let alone a superstar team like Golden State.
Here's Jones. Count it from 12.
Okay, let's throw out the analytics for a moment. When he's taking the mid-range, it's a winning shot.
Pass to Curry. Shoots the 3. The 3 ball from Curry.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And timeout called by Willie Green. Wants to talk some things over.
On fait pas de stats, mais on gagne, on s'en fout.
Inside, it's deflected. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He's still got a good outcome.
And there's a minute 45 left in the second quarter. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
On the free throw, no good. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Thanks, guys. A big move for the Pelicans this summer, trading for DeJounte Murray, a versatile and durable lead guard who's proven to be one of the best clutch players. His acquisition directly addresses some of the Pelicans' greatest needs. And guys, I'm very interested to see how this plays out.
You're right, a big piece. Okay, Shams, we appreciate the update.
Look at McCollum just going to work. So good at using his creativity to find shots inside.
Here's Mr. Clutch. He's covered by Murray. To the middle, here's Mr. Clutch. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Nisi's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. The fadeaway. The rebound by Post.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break a mirror ugly.
J'ai fait une passe avant.
Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. .34 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Wide open look here for Murray, and the 3 ball is good. Murray's got 7.
And just a great second quarter for them after such a difficult first, bringing that field goal percentage up from below 30 and now with the lead.
And Murray's got the ball here for New Orleans. Pass to McCollum. There's a good screen. And there's a whistle that goes on Mr. Clutch. That's his first foul.
C'est vite qui passe, les gars. Sinon, ça faisait 2 points.
Just 4 seconds left to play here in the half. Jones from outside. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Pelicans lead by 2. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
I look here at New Orleans. It's still early, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but right now, they are easily the best team in the league.
Getting back to the New Orleans Pelicans, what a tight first half.
I know my partner here appreciates the brute force, especially on the glass.
And that concludes.
We've got... .136 left in the third.
Let's go.
Butler passes to Mr. Clutch. Off on the layup.
Putain.
New Orleans has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And Greg, remember, in DeJounte Murray's rookie year, he played in the Western Conference Finals.
Murray was the youngest player in that series, playing 20 minutes a game, competing against the KD Steph Warriors. How about that for a welcome to the NBA?
So for New Orleans right now,
becoming a more consistent offensive weapon, Murray finds
Allez mon grand, vas-y tout seul.
To the paint.
Allez, le tir.
Here's Butler.
Là, tu fais 2 mètres. Les frères. Enfin.
Oh no, stopping.
Those are some hustle points, really bonus points when you put in a miss.
From outside the arc, it's rebounded by Kuminga. Kuminga's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Mr. Clutch. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. The Pelicans have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. It's stolen by Kuminga. Here's Mr. Clutch. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. He'll check in for the Warriors. Jose Alvarado, he's checked in for New Orleans. The Pelicans shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. 17 seconds left to play in the third. Astro Olynyk. Clock at 6. Back to Alvarado. Jones for 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Jones has got 5. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Pelicans on top, up by 3. We'll get right back to the action when... And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page. Woo.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Stephen Curry's out there with Mr. Clutch. Then there's Buddy Hield. Then there's Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Looney in at the 5. Down low.
Elle est belle la passe là. C'est ça votre problème, vous shootez pas les gars. Putain, allez vous faire enculer sérieux.
Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Curry on the wing, covered by Williamson. A shot by Curry, no good.
Yeah, no triples for him here in the second half. One fell in the first, though. Can he turn it up?
They set the screen. And finished off by Williamson.
Well, what a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see.
So it's a narrow victory for the Pelicans, pulling it out for the W.
Golden State relégué, les gars. Bah, depuis longtemps, mais je le faisais pas en stream, c'est tout. Aujourd'hui, je me fais casser le cul, gros. Ah. Je vais baisser la difficulté, frérot, parce que là, on se fait casser le cul. Vas-y.
Hello everyone and welcome to our presentation of Illinois Club League Basketball. I'm Joe Lamy, joined by Danny Hogger and Drake Hugo. Some of the future stars of the region look to hone in their skills as we have the Wolfpack hosting the Dynasty.
And to call this a rivalry might be underselling it. This is more of a feud than anything. These clubs really dislike each other.
And the Wolfpack would love to play spoiler in this one, looking to put an end to the Dynasty's 11-game win streak.
Yeah, Joe, and both of these teams have plenty of talent to get it done tonight. The Wolfpack are only 7-4 on the season, but this roster can play with the best of them. It can pull out a win against just about anyone.
And how excited are you for this one? This is about as intense a game gets at the club level. These teams genuinely dislike each other.
And it's blocked! Timmerman defending. To the middle. Hawkins lays it up and banks it in. And Drake, you talk about the rivalry between the Wolfpack and Dynasty. They've both had their moments.
They certainly have, and I would expect a very physical.
Note de B. Gagner 10 points. Gagner de 10 points et obtenir une meilleure note. Gagner de 15 points.
That's the bare minimum when these teams play.
Now here's Stopper. Takes a step back to shoot. Drained it for 2 points. And with the high school season now in the rear-view mirror, for many of these players, they are solely focused on club play.
And winning on the club circuit is their only goal as of now. I'd expect that to mean the games are going to be a little bit more chippy because of that.
Sweet feed.
J'avais oublié qu'on pouvait faire ça, les gars, remonter dans le temps et faire comment il s'est fait connaître et tout. Putain, j'aurais pas lancé les matchs NBA. Hein.
Look, Wells is not that tall. Stands 5'7", but he plays a lot bigger than he is, and he can score inside. He's just got so much belief in his ability.
Now here is Jurgirko. And so it looks like the Dynasty will retain possession here.
Ooh, and a dangerous pass that almost turned into a steal.
It would have been a great defensive play. Can't fault the effort.
Hawkins outside. The shot's good on the assist from Michael Luong.
Just what the Dynasty wanted there. They're ready to find Hawkins, and he takes a quick shot.
And when Patrick Wells joined this team, he added some much-needed shooting that elevated this team to the next level.
Yeah, just like an elevator joke. Really dialing up the damage potential this team now has from deep.
Guarded by Wells. From deep. Down it goes. His third basket and as many tries.
This run has really widened the gap in the game. They're way out in front now.
This has been a back-breaking run, really exposing the weaknesses in their D.
Wells, no good.
He didn't look comfortable taking that, even with the defense not really being a factor.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up. 2 shots coming.
First team foul. At the line for the Dynasty, number 8.
And he makes the first. Both shots are good from the stripe. Well, you think about what sets MP apart on this Dynasty team.
Vite fait. C'est dommage, j'aurais dû...
His athleticism you rarely see at the club level.
He's been stunning, Joe. When he's driven, he's physically capable of explosive feats. Speaking of, I'm setting my phone up right here because I think we've got a great angle for some viral content.
Fisher outside. Off the mark there with the 3. Outside, Timmerman swings it to Stoffer. And he can't stop the run as he misses. To the inside.
Hey, Dila.
From downtown. That shot doesn't fall.
Well, the big name in the showcase has to be MP. He's a 5-star recruit and has a clear path to the NBA with his skill set and athleticism.
And scouts want to see him take over the game. They want to see him be athletic. They want to see his instinct and moves on the floor. Because sometimes he can defer it a bit too much.
Now here's Luan. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Here's Timmerman. Rejected by Eric Fisher.
Eric Fisher really helps out his team defensively. He's got the size, and so they kind of expect him to do it. But that doesn't mean it's not impressive when he does.
Here's Timmerman. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Goes back up. Great D that time from Eric Fisher. Pass to Luan. Fisher outside. Dillard on the wing. Michael Luan. Knocks it loose. Carter with the steal.
Dynasty foul. First.
Both teams. With a showcase game like this and tonight's rosters, you can expect a lot of college scouts in the stands.
The importance of this game, setting the narrative of each player's potential. Opinions are forming about these players, and each minute could be another pro or con in each scout's report.
Now Wells. Misses the 3.
I don't think there's a person in the building who thought he was going to miss that.
Yeah, he had a wide open look. Wonder if he had maybe a little too much time.
Well, halftime not too far away, and MP and Wells have both had their moments.
And the talent gap between these two doesn't look that big, if there's even a gap at all.
Here's Fresh. Pass over to Robinson. Good on the bucket.
He saw that play develop and got the ball to him right where he needed it.
Zadirko outside. Lets the 3 fly. Connects it from downtown.
I mean, look, good things happen when Zadirko keeps his head on a swivel.
When I talked to Wolfpack shooting guard Deshaun Carter pregame, he had a tablet with some personal scouting notes, animated plays, and video highlights.
Yeah, Danny, I was looking at his tablet, and he even had a My NBA franchise with creative players to represent each team. That level of dedicated planning makes him a database of information on these teams.
Now here's Dillard. 14 points, their largest lead of the game. Another 3 for the Dynasty.
I mean, that's what Dillard does best. His shooting is huge for his team.
They really need to make an adjustment here.
Agreed. Nothing is working for them offensively. Time for a change.
And Patrick Wells outside. That ball is in the basket. He's now shot 6 and made 3.
And what a gutsy shot to come right back at him with a 3 of his own.
We know he's not afraid to trade shots with anyone.
And the Wolfpack with possession. Pass over to Robinson. Wells. And the Wolfpack, another 3. And the leader of this Wolfpack team, without a doubt, is Patrick Wells, a 3-star recruit who has a chance to play at the next level.
Hey, he's not the biggest or most athletic player on the floor, but when he warms up, I mean, look out. The kid can straight up shoot the ball. If he can bulk up and add some strength, he could be a factor in college.
Now Wells. He's got 10. from outside the arc. The Dynasty grab the miss. Guarded by Wells. Junior outside. Jish to Fisher. Dillard with 4 to shoot. Let's go with the 3. Couldn't get it to drop. He's now 5 for 8. And here's Robinson. Fresh. Dillard covering. Fresh can't get it to fall. From deep 3-point range. And that concludes the first half. Dynasty ahead. They lead by 13. And we step aside now for a short break. Stay with us. The teams have had their break. The Wolfpack and Dynasty getting ready to kick things off here in the second half of play. And it's the Dynasty with the ball. It's a 13-point ball game. And in club play this season, the Wolfpack enter tonight at 7-4, while the Dynasty are a perfect 11-0.
And I'd say we could throw out the record books, Joe. Whoosh! I threw mine right across the table. Sorry, Drake. Because of the history of these regional rivals is so complex. Both teams thrive on denying the other the chance to win in big games like this one.
Now here's James. Rejected by Eric Fisher. Down low.
Defensive foul. Patrick Wells. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Okay.
For the Dynasty.
And that one misses.
Yeah, very bad. Deux fois je me loupe, j'arrive pas avec les nouvelles trucs. Hein. Avant c'était pas du tout ce timing comme ça, c'était relou. Enfin là c'est relou. Il va falloir un petit temps d'adaptation.
Be the barometer,
and they are ecstatic to have him with the team. Add some much needed shooting. They're hoping
That's
he can
good.
change the fate of their season. Passes to Wells. He scored his 5th field goal. He's now 5 for 9.
Oh, wow, that took some guts from Wells to finish that bucket inside.
Allez, on va rentrer solo. One.
Hopkins defended by Stauffer. Six on the shot clock. Back to Hopkins. Wells with the steal. And here we go. And he makes good on the layup.
Guys, that sequence was just all Wells there.
Allez mon grand, t'es solo.
Looking to go all the way.
To the paint. And it's the Wolfpack with the rebound. And for Zach Timmerman of the Wolfpack, he moved here from Iowa not too long ago.
Yeah, we haven't seen too much of him, and I know the Wolfpack would have liked to see more.
Vas-y, t'as raison.
Unfortunately, he's been plagued by back problems, which
t'as essayé la nouvelle saison toi, Case?
You wonder how long he'll be able to keep playing for.
Zadirko, well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Zadirko doubles down there on the interior for some hard-earned points.
Claude va être très forte. Je la joue beaucoup, Claude. Enfin, moi, je la jouais beaucoup. Je joue un peu moins, mais je la joue. J'ai demandé si t'avais testé la nouvelle saison Fortnite. Moi, je vais finir mon match, après je vais découler les gars. On va chiller tranquille, et puis après, je vais peut-être faire un petit live tout à l'heure. Pas longtemps, mais je vais voir. Ou sinon, on jouera demain, jeudi. Demain, j'ai pas mal de rendez-vous. T'aimes bien ou pas, Caïs? Moi, je la trouve pas mal, je la trouve mieux que avant. Que les saisons d'avant, du moins. T'aimes pas?
It's a familiar floor to some players in our game today because they go to high school here.
Oh yeah, exactly. I mean, home court advantage is everything
in a
contentious game like this. A little extra bit of comfort might make a difference. You can't count anything out in such a heated affair.
Déjà, il y a un bon pont.
Now here's Stauffer. Pick by James.
Pour une fois.
Patrick Wells on the wing.
Ce qui est chiant, c'est les super pouvoirs avec les petits trucs, tu vois. Les pouvoirs, je comprends rien. Mais en gros, t'as un moyen de rota, ça va pouvoir du coup. T'as. Comment ça s'appelle? T'as un petit truc, un petit globe là, bleu là. Et il lance des lasers comme Superman. Donc il y a quand même quelques petits ajouts, mais c'est sympa en vrai. Pas trop cheat.
And one thing that can't be measured is heart. Right now, Wells is just showing more of it.
Ça a moins de 10 points là.
And on the bench for the Wolfpack, Coach Barry Bay. He's been with the program several years now and is trying to continue the success they've had this past decade.
Ouais, c'est pas comme les dernières saisons quoi. Après faut voir, mais au but, enfin ici, carrément pas mieux. On marque les deux. Let's go. Oui, bah oui, j'avoue, il y a un bon pompe. Ouais, il y a un très bon pompe, ça fait la diff. Et l'ARC a une balle là. J'en parlais avec ma copine en fait, et en vrai, tu te souviens, c'est la même quand il y avait la saison avec les ailes et tout là.
As well as he shot in the first quarter, it's been another story in this one. He just can't get anything to fall for him. And for Eric Dillard, he's a standout at the high school level in the area, but most scouts have him as a middling recruit.
He can just disappear from games too often, though. Great shot, but too many easy mistakes that he has yet to fix. Shot clock at 3.
Il y a une balle, enfin il y a une arme qui tire une balle par une balle, et avant t'avais la même avec la saison avec les médaillons, avec la saison avec Hades et tout.
On the wing, Eric Dillard inside. And yep, it's good.
Nice job there by Dillard.
Tu sais, c'était la saison avec l'eau verte et tout là. Avec les dashs, avec le pompe à 3 balles. T'as une AR qui fait à peu près le même style. Tu pouvais l'avoir en mythique quand tu tuais Zeus.
Here's Wells. Pass over to Robinson. And here's Stauffer. Outside James. Here's Robinson. Stauffer. Hawkins covering. Shot clock at 6.
Ouais, il y a une nouvelle AR, celle avec le viseur là.
No good. Had a chance to end the run there. To the inside. Stauffer grabs the board. Outside, Timmerman. And once again off the mark by the Wolfpack. Here's Hawkins. The shot's good on the assist from Michael Luan.
And Hawkins knows when he should shoot the ball. Terrific job nailing the mid-range J right there.
And so here it's the Wolfpack. Down by
Ceux qui tirent rouge.
Outside Stauffer. Passes to Wells. Hits the three-pointer.
And right now, he is flat out feeling it from beyond the arc.
No gloves, just the hot hand, and they'd be smart to keep riding that.
A soft touch off the glass and in.
He's able to find the seam in the defense and just lay it right in.
To the paint. A nice shot there by
T'as une AR qui tire une balle par une balle, t'en as une qui tire des rafales. Et après c'est des PM qu'il y a.
Guarded by Wells. Here's Adirko. Off with the layup. Now Timmerman. And here's the break. Kept alive. Stauffer, that's good.
Give big man Stauffer credit. Fantastic job running the floor and getting to the right spot.
Down low. And he uses the glass on the layup. And you love how MP has been able to put up the points with all the scouts watching. And Patrick Wells outside. It's hauled in by the Dynasty.
J'avoue, j'ai pas encore trouvé une méta pour jouer avec.
They're very fortunate that didn't go in, considering the room they gave him.
Now here's Luan to the middle. Pass to Zadirko. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And they have not let up. This is a statement victory.
Some might say they're running up the score. To me, it looks like they're just playing their brand of basketball.
And Dave Zadirko with the block.
And Zadirko loves when shooters try to challenge him because he embraces going after the blocks.
Inside. And the ball out of play. The Wolfpack will have it.
Substitution for the Dynasty. Ricky Davidson. Jason Jr. Eric Dillard. Danny Cobb.
That will do it. Put it in the books. The Dynasty continues.
And that's a win for us. We'd like to thank everyone for coming out and supporting the athletic program. Please make sure you get home safely.
Je joue pas avec. Je joue pas à Fortnite aussi aujourd'hui. Là, je vais arrêter. Vas-y mon petit Caïs. Je te dis à bientôt BG. Attends, je vais juste répondre au frérot. Vas-y, à bientôt BG.